to talk to Gage.
What's up everybody, this is Engage here, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about Red Dead Redemption 2. So, there's a lot to be said, there's a lot I wanted to say. I technically haven't finished the game yet, but I just had so much that I wanted to say. I was so excited to say all of it, to tell all you guys my opinions on this game from what I've played. And so I just had to make this video. If I ever have more to say about it in the future, then maybe I'll make another video talking about it. But for now, I gotta get it out there. I gotta tell you all about this. So, I've never played a Rockstar game before, so this is technically my first one. I was scrolling through YouTube, watching videos, and I came across the Rasputin video talking about mini-maps. Really good video, by the way. I agree with a lot of his takes on mini-maps. I'm generally not a fan of them, but in the video he brought up RDR2 and how it is a game that makes taking away the mini-map much easier than in other games. And I was like, that's really cool. And I heard that the game is pretty immersive as well, so I was like, this is perfect. You know, it's perfect for a guy like me. Y'all know me. I like immersion. I like to be immersed in what I'm doing, the experience that I'm playing. So yeah, that's kind of how this all came to be. I got interested in it, and so I got it on sale, and I played it. So yes, peak immersion. This game, everything about it fits in the world. You know, I was just having a lengthy conversation with one of my brothers about Far Cry and how even, you know, like my favorite part about Far Cry 3, as y'all know from that video I made a couple weeks back, it was the story. The story was my favorite aspect to that game, and it could have worked in a linear game. Like that story could exist in a linear experience. It didn't need the open world, because I honestly didn't interact with most of the open world. But RDR2 is a game that fully embraces its world and really puts you in it. Really immerses you, man. Like the immersion in this game is just so good, dude. One of the best examples of this, in my eyes, was the fact that there's not fast travel in this game. At least not in a way that makes no sense, because in most games you can just, like, you know, pull open the map, you know, click on an area, click fast travel, and then you go there, you know, just kind of how it is. But in this game it's different, to where the only way you can fast travel is if you go into an actual train station and you buy a ticket to go to a different place. I'm like, that is so smart. You know, it puts you in the world. Things like that seem small, but they work to put you in the shoes of someone living in that day. And I'm just a huge fan of stuff like that. It just gave reasons for why its mechanics exist. There's very few things in this game that exist as a very gamey kind of mechanic or thing about it. It's all so cohesive. And yeah, like as I said, you know, the attention to detail in this game is phenomenal. Like every, you know, little detail, from like footsteps and how they, you know, leave tracks in the mud, and you know, going into stores and how you can, you know, just walk up to the shelves and just like pick something up and look at it and buy it that way instead of pulling up a menu. The fact that the menus oftentimes are actual books. Like if you go to a store, you open a catalog and that's how you buy stuff. You know, things like this just are so cool. And I think that there really needs to be more games that have such creativity and cohesion in how they're made. It's so cool to see. And of course, there's so many interesting things to find in this game. Early on, I found a lady that was crushed by her horse and needed help. And that was the moment when I realized this was going to be a very special and awesome game, because that was totally random. I was just walking on a trail and then she was stuck, needed my help, and then I took her back home. That was insane. And then other things like when you can go into the theater and watch a show, and it is so hilarious. Like, I was like busting my gut laughing over this. It's funny.
For it is blessing enough to bring these gifted artists to you.
Go away!
I discovered this next act in a tiny village in Italy. Truly the most exotic of places in the world.
Go home!
He was just a 10-year-old boy. I raised him. I bathed him. I shaved him from head to toe.
Trash!
He is truly
of Lalicola off my head.
This is insane.
Off my head? Careful. I could do without a bullet in the brain right now.
Okay. Oh my God, what?
This what they call entertainment in this town?
And then another time I was interacting with this one lady that I found on the tram. So I got on the tram, I sat down, and I just started messing with her.
Let's get...
Somebody left, so let's include the street last week.
This place.
Why are you staring at me?
So what?
Now, why would you say that to me?
I'm only joking with you.
Oh, you had me worried.
And I was like, dude, that's so crazy you can do that. It's so crazy. I just like sat there and just started just acting like an idiot, whistling and then talking to her. I'm like, that's cool stuff, you know, like smaller details, but it all puts together into this awesome game. And of course, there's been plenty of moments where there'll be bandits or bounty hunters that just jump me, and you know, they'll like hold you at gunpoint, and you can either surrender or you can fight them. And most of the time I'm stubborn and I just never surrender to them.
All right, hop on down, nice and slow. Whatever this is, I don't think you got it in you, fellas.
Oh, mercy, yeah, this
I'm gonna blow your tiny brains out.
Pity.
And then when it comes to the story, yes, while I have not finished it yet, my goodness, it is just so good. There's so many awesome characters and good moments. Like, every single character, it brings a unique personality to the table, and every single like story mission is just interesting and fun things that you can do. And I like how the missions in the game are kind of like tutorials in a way. Like they kind of show you what you were able to do in the game. Like they explain, oh, by the way, you can rob a bank. I was like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. You know, I was like, that's pretty cool stuff. I like all that. And so just like look at this game for a second. This is not a game that you want to cover up with HUD. You don't want to do that. You don't want to cover this game. It is so pretty, and the world just looks phenomenal. It looks like real life, you know. Like, I'll go outside and I'll start like looking around, and I'm like, man, that's what it looks like, you know. Like that's real life. It's shocking like how good the landmarks look in this game. It's really something else, and I'm impressed. And that's honestly what I kept saying while playing this game, is that I am just impressed by it. I'm so impressed by it. And honestly, I kept on having the same word go through my mind while I played this game, and that is art. This game feels like a work of art. It feels like everything mattered. Like, when they were making this game, they knew what they were making, and they put it all together so meticulously, so perfectly. I've been having a lot of fun with the game. I'm going to continue playing it, but I just had so many thoughts, you know, so many things. I just had to say it, you know. I just had to make this video to, you know, tell y'all my first impressions about the game. Even though I've been playing it for a while, I just haven't finished it. I just was so excited and eager to make this video. and just gush about the things that have made the biggest impact on me personally. So yeah, I would say that this game is very high quality, and if you do end up playing it and you're kind of like me and you like more immersive games, then I would definitely recommend turning off a lot of the HUD elements, as I don't really see them as totally necessary. And you can pretty much do that, you know, without too much issue. So I would definitely recommend doing that if you were to pick up this game and try it out for the first time. I definitely do recommend it. Like I said, it is very high quality. One of the best open world games I've played. Like, the difference between Far Cry 3 and Red Dead Redemption 2 is staggering in how good one is and how kind of just generic and whatever I find the other one is. I don't know, that might be controversial, but I was just not a huge fan of Far Cry 3's world, and I didn't find it as immersive and impactful with like its mechanics as I did this one. This one doesn't feel as arcadey, you know, it feels like a living, breathing world. Like, whenever I step away from this game, it feels like the world is still there, still feels like it exists, and people are still going about their day. It's just really amazing. It's so good. So yeah, that's like my initial thoughts. I feel like there's so many more things that I want to say, but that's everything I had in my notes that I wanted to tell you guys. This game is art. This is something. This is incredible stuff. Let me tell you. But y'all leave in the comments below. If you played this game before, what do you think about it? If you've never played it before, y'all tell me if you're gonna play it. Just everything. Leave it down in the comments. I'd love to hear from y'all. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't, thank you for watching this long. And be sure to engage that subscribe button. I feel like I'm leaving so much left unsaid. But with all that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. God bless.
So,